Without a strategy, even hard work becomes useless. Most people do not get stuck or fail just because they don't have enough willingness or, the enough grit or the determination to do things. Even if you have all these ingredients within you, one thing that actually lacks is the strategy, a proper, thoughtful strategy. The more number of people I have worked with, one thing was common. Just a handful of them had a strategy, and that too in the mind, not on the paper. So what was missing was that a clear-cut strategy was not in place. So today, let's dive into this aspect and you see how you can implement this strategy, whether it's in your personal space or professional space, because whatever you want to achieve in life, when you know where you want to go and you have a clear strategy, only then you will be able to implement it, isn't it? Because you will know what is working, what is not working, and then you can change it accordingly. So let's dive into some of the most crucial aspects about a strategy and how you can actually create it. So let's break it down and understand it step by step. Strategy is not your to-do list. It's not even working harder, and it's not even your goals. To understand strategy, to put it in simple terms, it means that you need to be clear on what not to do so that you can focus your time, energy, and effort in terms of doing what needs to be done. If execution is your speed, then strategy is your direction. So let's say you are running fast, but if your direction is incorrect, that means you are running fast in the wrong direction where you don't even want to go. So understand that how important the strategy is and why you need to have a clear-cut strategy first of all in place to begin even working towards the things that you want to achieve. Strategy is non-negotiable because you will not waste time on low-impact tasks. You will not waste time on the things that are completely not needed or not giving you enough results. It will keep you focused in the direction rather than jumping here and there. And most importantly, it is going to save your energy to implement in the right direction rather than wasting your energy here and there. When you have a proper strategy, decisions become easier, it becomes way more clearer, the direction becomes clearer. Every action that you take, it compounds in the next step, and the results become predictable and way much easier for you to achieve. So in short, strategy removes the guesswork. In fact, it turns the chaos and the overwhelm and the absolute mess into clarity. These are the fundamental aspects when you are creating a strategy. Without this, your strategy is incomplete. So the first and foremost thing is you need to have absolute clarity on the outcome that you want to have. So when I say this, you need to have absolute clarity, people's mind automatically goes into the direction of, oh, you know what, how to do this. No, I'm not asking you about how to do it. We'll talk about it later. You need to be clear on what you want to achieve, on the outcome. So just for an example, if on your business front, you need to be specific that I need 100 clients in, 30 days. So when you are very specific as to this is the outcome that I want, there is no ambiguity in the outcome, right? Similarly, let's say in your personal space, I want to lose, let's say 5 kgs in 2 weeks, or I want to do this or that within this frame of time. So what you are doing is you are having a very simple, very crystal clear outcome that you want to achieve. It is not about how big your goal or outcome is. It does not matter how big or small it is. It is about how much clearer you are towards your outcome. The next point is use leverage over effort. I have seen people asking, what more should I do? What should I add? What else should I do? No, stop asking these questions. What you need to ask is, how can I get the maximum output with minimum effort? Strategy is about leverage. If your one action is giving you 100 clients, rather than you doing 10 things here and there and you are still not able to reach 50 clients, then you need to go for the first approach rather than the second approach. So it is more about leverage and figuring out what small activity is going to give you big returns or higher results. Limitations or constraints is your friend. So what do I mean by that? When you think that everything is ample, so let's say time, resources, energy, everything is there, so you do not have a proper skeleton or the framework for your strategy. That means you just keep on thinking thinking, okay, I can do it tomorrow, or we can have enough operational cost incurred. You don't have a fixed budget. So there is no proper boundary. There is no proper limitation of the stuffs you have to work with. So when you fix out, let's say, the time, the resources and the energy you have and you can invest for this particular outcome, then you are very clear as to, I have this much of thing which I can put in order to get this result. So you're being very specific, not just in terms of the resources that you have, but also in terms of time, because I understand one thing, whatever it is, you cannot get back the time. So stop wasting it. So fix your boundary and ensure you utilize those resources, you invest that kind of time or energy, effort, money, whatever it is, to get that outcome. Because when you do not have that limit, you don't even know what your, what the expenses are, how much you're investing, how much time you're spending, and it just goes on like this. Yes versus no is the next point. That means you need to know where to say no, okay? Because understand one thing, the best strategies in the world need sacrifice. Sacrifice in terms of, even though you want to do 100 things, but you need to know which are the ones you got to say no. Because you can't do everything. If you have a particular outcome, what is exactly needed for that outcome, just say yes to it, and remaining everything should be no. So the faster you learn about it, and the faster you know how to implement this, the sooner you save a lot of time, the faster you get results, and you also save a lot of resources of yours. So learn to say no when it is required. And this is the most important point which a lot of people don't understand or they are not aware about it. That is the modification technique of strategy. That means some people think that, let me create a strategy. Okay, this is it. This is what I need to implement. This is the A to Z of it. Over the period of time, as you are implementing stuffs, your strategy will also get modified, and that happens in majority of the cases. Whatever segment of the strategy it is, if it needs modification, you do it. If you are rigid that no, this is not working, but I will stick to this strategy, and you are still not seeing any results or any progress for that matter, that means you are being rigid with the strategy and that's not working out for you. So you need to be flexible with it. You need to know when to modify and where to modify. Okay, so time, patience, and a smarter way of approaching things is very much essential. So now let's see the skeleton step by step very quickly as to how to build a proper strategy. The first and foremost thing, like I mentioned, you need to be clear on the outcome. So first, define what is the outcome you want to achieve. Second, identify just the critical few things needed to be done. There might be 100 things on the plate, but you just pick up 2 or 3 things which will give you maximum results. So what is that 20% of the thing that I'm going to do which will give me 80% of the result? Do not over plan. So the next point is just define and design the path. You do not need to micromanage everything. The moment you get into over planning, you will see yourself that you've got yourself in a trap, in a loop, and you are just over planning, overthinking, and nothing is getting implemented on time. Next is elimination method. That is simply what I told you, power of saying no. Say no, eliminate the stuffs where it is not needed. And the next thing related to this is start delegating the things where you can and you must delegate, because that is going to free up your time, free up your energy, and you will be able to focus where you are supposed to focus. And the final most important step is execute fast and modify or adapt accordingly. Because when you execute fast, what happens is whatever mistakes are there, you immediately see it and you immediately modify it or rectify it. But if you just hold on to the plan, hold on to the strategy, and you feel, let me modify it a little more and then let me start implementing it, trust me, that next day is never going to come. So execute it fast and adapt accordingly wherever it is required. I hope this helps and you implement strategy very smartly from now on, and before doing anything out there, whatever result you want to achieve, whether personally or professionally, you are going to get into the habit of creating strategies which are going to give you results much faster in a much effective manner, and so that you enjoy it, the results the way you want it to be. So Bottom line, remember, strategy is not about doing more. It's actually about doing only the things which will give you the results, sticking to doing the things that actually works. If this has changed the way you think and look at strategies, definitely like and subscribe, because it takes a lot of effort to create this video. Share this video with someone whom you really think needs to see this. It can be your friends, your colleagues, your team members, whoever it is. And if you have still not read my book, which is 7 Steps from Shame to Being Back in the Game, it's there on Amazon. Go ahead, grab the copy and gift it to somebody who really needs to have this book, because it's a high implementation book. It's not a motivation book. So I hope this helps you, and I will see you soon in the next video. Thank you. Namaskaram.